Hello and welcome to the desk of Fusta 2005. Today we're going to be reviewing the HP Envy all-in-one 32-inch PC that I bought in May. I've had a couple of weeks to go through and put it through its paces. So far it's done nothing but shine. I did have a hiccup that cost me a couple of days just after I got it. I put everything on it. I transferred all of my files. I did all of the updates to it. The next morning, I got up and the display wouldn't turn on. The Windows, it was booting up correctly because I could hear Windows notifications, and we use Slack for work and stuff, and that was going through the speakers, but the display wasn't turning on. So I had to go in to HP support, and thankfully we were able to rectify the situation by upgrading the drivers for the graphics card. So if you do buy this PC, be aware that might happen, especially most software and hardware that you buy, you do have to upgrade it to the latest and greatest, update the software so that it's running correctly. I don't know why they don't do it from the factory like that, especially if you buy it, that you're doing updates from like January, you bought it in May, you're like, why isn't it? But whatever, I had a small hiccup there, but after that, it's been doing a very good job for me. Very, very fast. I love the anti-glare screen here. So just to kind of do a brief review of what I put inside. I did this is custom built for me, so I did choose what hardware I wanted to go into it. So we do have 1 terabyte SSD, which helps a lot with the speed of turning on opening programs. That's what I'm looking for. It helps the speed of opening programs. I do have 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. I do have Windows 10 Pro, obviously. Can't go anywhere lower than that for work, so that helps me out a lot. I do have the Intel i7-9700 processor, which is the current generation. I believe it's 8th generation. I know there are some other 9th generation ones, but they are pretty expensive at this point. What do we got? We got the LED backlit 32-inch screen, which is anti-reflection, which is awesome, by the way. My previous computer did not have any anti-reflection, and I always had to work with my blinds down. I have them down right now just for recording purposes, but we'll take a look at that in a few minutes. And then, of course, for graphics, I have the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 with 6 gigabytes of dedicated RAM. I was toying with the idea of going to I think it's the 2080, which is the 8 gigabytes of dedicated RAM, which is the top of the line that was available for this particular computer. I'm pretty sure that's as large as you can get it anyway, but correct me if I'm wrong. But I already had to upgrade the power block to the bigger model just to handle this one, and I am not a videographer. I do not work on photos. Even if I did decide to go do that at a basic level, this computer would do just fine. I haven't really been able to put it through its top pace. About the biggest thing I've done, most taxing thing I've done for this computer is playing a couple hours of Minecraft. And as we know, that's not you can make it a graphics heavy game, but at its default settings, it is not a very graphics heavy game. After a while, I mean, it heated up, it did turn the fan on, but you know, I didn't notice anything different than its normal use, really. So yeah, let's go ahead and get it out of its sleep mode here. I do use the Hello function, Windows Hello, which is Windows's version of, you know, face recognition software. So we'll just hit the enter button here, and it should light up, and it's very fast. So it doesn't even allow you to see the lock screen unless, you know, for some reason it can't find you, or, you know, maybe you have your camera down in the down position. The nice thing for privacy, like I showed before, is that you can put it down, and, you know, it makes the computer look sleeker anyway. But you know, that's good for privacy. You don't have to get a piece of electrical tape out or something. But yeah, one thing I did have to do is upgrade the background. I did have a kind of a Hubble telescope, spacescapes kind of background before, but it was for like 1080p and below, which when it transferred over to this, because you have to sign into Windows, and brings over all of your settings and your backgrounds and everything. And yeah, it basically told me, ew, this looks very grainy. And I was like, this does not look good at all. It was stretched out trying to be on a big screen, and so I had to go ahead and find a 4K version of Spacescapes, and so that's what you're looking at right now. As far as loading up a program, you can, I mean, it pulls up the internet. Another thing is that makes this even faster is that I have half a gig of internet speed, upload, 20 down. I think that's how it goes. And yeah, so it's fast anyway, but we can go to like apple.com, which is good to do on a Windows computer. And then yeah, so you scroll up and down, it's not very jittery. I think if it were possible, you know, they could go to an OLED display, but that's just going to make everything more expensive. LED is fine. It's basically what's on like your iPhone, your basics iPhones now. Your bargain basement ones, the professional ones, the pros have OLED. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for performance-wise. If we sit here for a couple seconds. We can listen, and I don't know if you could tell, but the fan is going. It's not very loud. You can kind of tell, but you know, it definitely doesn't bug you while you're working, and it's pretty quiet. If you have like another fan going or an air conditioner, you're not gonna know the difference. So that's pretty much that. I'm gonna go ahead and open the curtain. The blinds here. I'm going to show you how it doesn't, I don't know if you could tell on the video, but it's a fairly cloudy day. It's not sunny right now. It's been kind of raining the past few days, but definitely there's a lot of light coming in, and with a bright screen on, you're not going to tell anything. I can't even see my face in the screen right now unless I'm in like a black spot. You know, white. If you have a white background, no glare at all. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for the review of the performance side of things. Pardon my squeaky chair here. I can go over a few things. let's go ahead and just lock it again. It's pretty fast. I'll put it to sleep. I mean, it's pretty instantaneous if you want to just put it to sleep. And look over here, it's blinking. So yeah, I mean, even restarts. For example, I forgot that I had a presentation today for a meeting this morning, and I couldn't. My laptop was packed because we were recently traveling, and I was like, well, I can't get that out right now. So I ran down here and got on my computer, pushed the button, you know, was looking for some other stuff, and looked back up, and it was already logging me in. And I mean, it was like 10 seconds most, 10 seconds at the most of just startup time. And yeah, I have no complaints as far as performance go. I don't know. The cons would be what I mentioned earlier, is that you have to be careful with the upgrades and stuff, but I think that's more of a Windows problem and not necessarily a product, Windows driver program problem, instead of an actual system problem. You know, everybody has their preference. I'm sure I'm going to have some Mac fanboy on my comments saying, oh yeah, this is nothing, you know, Mac's better, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, whatever. This works for me. My business uses programs that need Windows, so this is what I have. News articles are calling the fully upgraded model, and that would be including the 2080, the NVIDIA GTX 2080 Radeon NVIDIA with the fully upgraded graphics card. You know, it possibly could be, but you know, that's up to the eye of the beholder and what programs you use. You know, if you're a Final Cut Pro guy, go for a Mac. Your whatever Windows version of that is, you're going to use Windows. A couple other things before we shut it down for the day. Like I mentioned earlier, it does have a Qi charger or a QI charger right here on the base, and you can tell that it's running by the light there, and of course your phone will light up. But that's a good feature if you're sitting at your desk and your phone dies, especially if you have a wireless charging option for your phone. You don't have to plug it in. I used to have cords hanging off my computer to help me charge my phone, so this is a very good option. As I mentioned before, this keyboard is pretty hefty. I can't do it with my phone because of the Mophie juice pack, but with the naked phone you're supposed to be able to put your phone in here, and then you will be able to, there's Bluetooth options here. There's two Bluetooth, so you can have like a tablet, a phone, and then you can actually go back to your computer. I think this is all Bluetooth, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the hardware side of things. I don't know, if you guys have any questions about anything, please don't hesitate to put it in the comments. As always, like and subscribe if you like my content, and we'll see you on the next one.